Humanity has evolved through three major revolutions. 1. The cognitive revolution. 2. The agricultural revolution. And 3. The scientific revolution. But in today's video, let's talk about the first one, the cognitive revolution. Our origins trace back 2.5 million years ago, in Africa, where chimpanzee-like apes slowly evolved into humans. Maybe you think of that famous image, where an ape gradually transforms into a human. And yes, it's true to some extent. But that image makes us think we were the only humans on Earth. The truth is, we were not alone. Just like there are different types of dogs, bulldogs, golden retrievers, there were different kinds of humans too. Neanderthals, Homo rudolfensis, Homo sapiens, and others. They were all human, but they had different skull shapes, brain sizes, and muscle proportions. For example, Neanderthals lived in Europe and were nearly 2 meters tall. In Indonesia, Homo soloensis stood just over 1 meter tall. Despite all these types, around 150,000 years ago, our direct ancestors, Homo sapiens, appeared in East Africa. And wherever sapiens went, other human species and even large animals disappeared shortly after. 50,000 years ago, Homo soloensis and Denisovans went extinct. 30,000 years ago, Neanderthals vanished. 12,000 years ago, Homo florescensis disappeared. Eventually, Homo sapiens was the only human species left on Earth. So what made us special? How did we outlive and outcompete the others? Was it because we were smarter, had bigger brains, or because we walked on 2 legs? Actually, no. Neanderthals had larger brains than us. They walked upright. They could even jump. They hunted the animals in their region and were more muscular, taller. In one-on-one combat, they would easily defeat us. They could even use fire. But once we learned to use fire, everything changed. Fire gave us light in the dark. It protected us from predators. And most importantly, it allowed us to cook food. By cooking, boiling, roasting, heating, we started eating a wider variety of food, chewing faster, and digesting more quickly. Other animals spend hours chewing raw food and tons of energy digesting it. But we, thanks to cooked meals, used less energy for digestion, and more energy went to our brains. That's how our brains developed faster. So yes, fire helped, but the main reason only Homo sapiens survived is because of the Freudian cognitive revolution. This revolution began with the development of language, but we're not the only species with language. For example, green monkeys used different sounds to communicate. Researchers played one call, meaning, "Watch out, eagle!" And the monkeys looked up. They played another, "Lion!" And all the monkeys climbed the trees. So what makes our language different? Humans could say, "It's a male lion by the river at sunset." We could go into detail. We could ask questions. That ability came from gossip. Strange, right? But gossip made us more social. It made us curious about each other. Who's sleeping with who lied, who helped, who led. This led to stronger social bonds. We worked in groups, bigger and more organized. But there's something even more powerful that sapiens did. We believed in things that do not exist. Other animals say, "There's a rock." But sapiens say, "That rock is sacred." We invented gods, spirits, myths, Zeus, Allah, the Creator. They may not physically exist, but we believe in them. Not just individually. We believed together. Because of this, strangers could trust each other. Even if they'd never met, they could cooperate. Imagine one sapien says to another, "Our God says we should live together." The other agrees, and they unite. Through gossip and shared beliefs, messages spread from person to person, tribe to tribe. And when 2 tribes met and realized, "Wait, you know our God too?" They became allies. Tribes grew bigger. Unlike other human species who traveled in small families, sapiens moved in huge groups, at least 1,000 at a time. That's how they took over, and that's how others died out. The cognitive revolution began 70,000 years ago, and by just 13,000 years ago, only Homo sapiens remained. Even today, our modern society is still shaped by that ancient revolution. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Even if you didn't, be nice and hit like anyway. Thanks for watching. See you next time.